is transport management system. So what is transport management system? After the client copy is completed, the next big topic is transport management system, TMS, TMS here. So what is TMS means? Transporting the objects, data, code, tables, anything from in the landscape from one system to one system to other system. How many systems are there in your landscape? Suppose so in the developments, the people will do the development activities. Then they will move to the quality assurance system, testing related activities. Then this is the production here. So here actual business, the live business will operations will happen in the production systems. In the real production systems, the users will log into the production. They will do the all the production activities and everything. They will perform it here. So suppose if any changes required in the production, directly we cannot do the changes here. Directly we cannot do the changes in the production. So it has to come from development to quality, then quality to the production only, right? Now, otherwise we have to do the all the these configurations. Otherwise we have to do the systems here. So development, the people will develop the object. They will they will save the changes into the one of the request that is called the transport request. Then they will release the request. The data will be moved to the quality system. Then after that, they will do the testing. Then they will ask basis team to move the transport request into the production system. This what will happen in the as part of the transport management system here, right? Development to quality, quality to production, like that. The changes will go order-wise. The changes will go order-wise here, right? So here, so to achieve this configuration, to get this movement of the transports in a sequence-wise, dev to quality, quality to production finally. So what configurations we have to perform? How to do these configurations and everything here. So to perform this configuration, we need to create the transport domain controller. The first configuration is domain controller. We have to create it here. Then transport layer. Then transport routes. We have to create it. Then we can create the transport request. Creation of transport request. Then adding the objects. Then we have to import the request into respective target systems. This is the sequence of activities we have to perform here. So this is under basis team, and so this is adding and releasing. Releasing is under, so it's a developers or functional team has to perform these two activities. Functional team will perform these two activities. So in creation of the TR, adding the object and releasing here and importing here. So this is the sequence of steps we have to perform. This is the frequently we will do it, these activities here 4, 5, 6. But 1, 2, 3. So it's a one-time configuration. During the implementation time or during the system installation time, we will do this configuration. We will do this domain controller, transport layer, transport routes configuration. We will do it here. Okay. So this is a one-time setup which we have to perform it here. So now domain controller configuration. So what is mean by domain controller? Domain controller is to simple to control the systems. To control the systems within the landscape. We need a domain. We need a DC. Domain controller system we required here. Domain controller system we required here. to control the systems. Suppose in a transport landscape, so out of these three systems, one system we have to make it as a controller, so that that system means one system. Suppose you have the branches in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune. You have the three branches. In these three branches, one branch you have to make it as a primary main branch, right? Then remaining all of the sub branches. So what the main branch will do? Main branch will control the sub branches as well. Will control the same system and will control the sub branches as well, right? At the same time here, so here also in the transport landscape, we have to in the transport landscape we have to so control the systems, subsystems. So in this case we have to make one system as a main branch. We have to make one system as a main branch. That main branch system will control the sub branches. In SAP TMS language, we have to create one system as a domain controller, so that that domain controller will control the other two systems in the landscape. Other two systems in the landscape. So to perform this configuration, what we have to do for domain controller configuration, to perform the domain controller configuration, so we have the certain steps we need to execute it. So DC domain controller configuration, domain controller configuration here. For this one, what we have to do, so log into the 000 client, either DDIC or any user, right? Then click on the STMS transaction code. Then provide the domain controller name is domain underscore SID, the naming convention. Then fourth one is the save it. So this is the steps we need to follow to perform the domain controller configuration. Out of these three systems, suppose here we have the NWD, right? Then ND4. We have the some more system. One more system is there. Let me open. Here we have the three systems, right? NWD and D4. We have the three systems are there here in the systems here, right? So you can see NWD, okay, ND4. So two systems are there. Either more than two systems are required here. So NWD, let's log into the NWD system to perform the domain controller configuration, right? Go to the 000, maybe DDIC. Then we have to just make it as this one. Okay. So for this one, what we have to do to perform this configuration, TMS configuration, as a first step, domain controller configuration. In the domain controller configuration, so what steps we have to follow? We need to log into the 000, any one of the user, STMS. Okay. STMS. Okay. So here already there, what I am doing, I am just deleting the configuration. Maybe someone already configured, I guess, just deleting the configuration here. So here, what we have to do, go to STMS. Then here it will ask the, please provide the, so domain controller. So domain underscore NWD. So which means domain underscore SID. Suppose you are configuring, you have the one system, you have the one system, you have the one more system. So you have the three systems in a landscape. So this is the NWD. This is the ND4. This is the some other SID, just ignore. Okay, here you have to 000 client, then STMS. So domain underscore SID, domain underscore, whatever the underscore SID you are giving, that is the domain controller system. That is the main branch here. So here I am giving the domain underscore NWD, NWD. Then this is the main system here. Just click on the save button. Just while doing this configuration, while creating the domain controller configuration here, by default, by default, here I can write it by default configuration. This is the very important question. While doing the TMS configuration, what are the things, what are the stuff, what are the configuration will be created in the backend? By default, you will get the one user that is called the TMS ADM user in 000 client. Then RFC destinations, two RFC destinations will be created. TMS ADM TMS ADM star and TMS SUP star. Two RFC destinations will be created. There is a one job will be scheduled that is called the RDD IMP DP. So whenever you are doing the domain controller configuration, these three things will be created automatically here. Suppose example, you see one user, TMS ADM user is creating. So here you need to maintain the password, right? User creating. So then RFC destinations also will be created here. RFC destinations also will created. So while performing the similar configuration here at operating system level, so under the USR SAP under the trans, there is a bin folder here. Here, they are the co-files and sorry, they are the configuration. So TP underscore domain, TP underscore NWD. So there the configuration is getting created. So TMS configuration files along with this one at file system level, file system. So trans in bin folder configuration will be saved. Configuration will be saved here. So this is the very important, guys. When you go to the technical discussion, people may concentrate on the so configuration anyone can perform. But what is happening in the backend means one user to RFC destination, one job is creating, and the configuration, whatever you are doing the configuration here, that will be saving into the domain controller level, that is creating into the system level, right? You have created domain controller now. Domain underscore SID, save it. That's created the configuration. So in this location, 25th here, NWD domain configuration is created, right? Under the trans bin directory here, right? So, and also you see in the SAP level, go to the SM59, two RFC destinations, right? Go to the above connections here. Then you see TMS ADM, TMS SUP. Two RFC destinations are auto-generated by today only, right? Auto-generated. It means automatically it is created. So when you are doing this configuration, what's happening in the backend? So that is the very important thing here. Okay. Then next one, domain controller configuration you have done. Here, NWD as a domain controller configuration. Then step number 2. So first step, we have to create a domain controller. Then the next step is like a adding the systems. Then third step will come transport layer, adding the systems into the domain controller. Why? Because main branch you created, then sub branch you need to add into the main branch, right? Sub branch you need to add to the main branch here. In this case, what we have to do, similar, log into the your ND4 000 STMS, then give the domain controller name as domain underscore NWD and save it. So this is the ND4. Even though you need to give the domain controller main branch ID, you have to give it. Means main branch domain controller ID is the domain underscore SID. This ID you have to give it here, right? So then save it. So that configuration will be added to the that will be added to the in this group here. That will be added to the in this group here. That will be added to the in this group. Okay. So means this system is added to the main branch waiting for the approval. So now log into the ND4. 000 client, maybe DDIC or SAP star. Then go to STMS, transaction code. So here, delete, already there. So I'm deleting again here. So here it is asking the domain underscore NWD, NWD, NWD details it is asking. Yes, just click on the save button here. Again, user is creating, why? Because by default configuration, right? User is creating two RFC destinations, then the configuration will be updated here, right? So, but you see, system waiting to be included in the transport domain. System is waiting to be included in the transport domain here. So that here we have to, so you have to go to the your domain controller system. Waiting means approval. Your system is waiting. Then go to the systems. Then select the ND4. Why? Because this system is waiting to be included. Means waiting for the approval in the main branch. So just system approve button. Then approve it. Then the system will be added to the system is added. The system ND4 is added in the domain. In NWD system, ND4 is added here, right? System is added here. So now go back, click on the STMS. Now system C. So ND4 system added in the transport domain of NWD system. We have the two systems in the landscape. We have the two systems in the landscape. System is added in the transport domain here. So the same time, if so same time you have the one more system. Suppose example you have the one more system. Same time you have to go to the N000 STMS, then domain underscore same NWD, then save it. Why? Because here subsystems you have to give the main branch SID, we have to give it. Then domain underscore SID, save it. This system also will be included to the in the main branch. Main branch it will be included. This system will be included and this system also will be included to the here. This is the flow here, right? So it will be included here. So here you see, as soon as you create, one user is creating here. So two RFC destinations here. So now 4. Why? Because NWD related to ND4 related to. If you create the one more if you add the one more system, then 2 more RFC destinations will be created. So whenever you are doing the configuration by default, so this red box, so whatever the items are there here, those are creating automatically. Those are creating automatically here. Those are creating here, right? So this is the domain controller configuration. Then how to add the other systems into new systems into domain controller. So a key transaction code, that is called the STMS. Same information we need to pass and finally click on approve. That system will be added to the here. So let me check. We have any other systems? I think ball, that is the different landscape. Ignore it. Okay, we have NWD, ND4 systems are there here. Right? These two systems we have added in our landscape here. We have added in our landscape here. That is done. So now what next? Now what next here? Right? So domain controller configuration, then adding the systems into domain controller. These two steps are completed. The next one is the transport layer and transport routes. Transport layer, transport routes here. To perform this configuration also, you need to log into the domain controller system and the main branch system, 000 client. Then go to STMS transaction code, right? So then there is a routes option, transport, right? For approve button, you need to go to the here systems. Then there is a routes, transport routes. Otherwise, if you go to the here overview page, here also there is a transport routes, right? So this will be with this routes we have to configure it But let me delete this one here. Why? Because it's already there. Someone already configured, I guess. I am deleting this one. Okay. So whenever the first time when you are doing the configuration, you need to go to the transport routes. Here you need to select display change mode, right? Go to the configuration, go standard configuration. You have the single system or two systems or three systems. We have only two systems, right? Just select the two system. What is the development system? NW4. What is the production system? ND4, right? Two systems we have to give it here. Then click on the OK button. Then save it. So then configuration will be distributed and activated here, right? So once you done it here, see here, where so transport layers are configured, means layers and routes configuration here, right? So NWD to ND4 transport layers are configured here. Transport layers are configured here. So they are the two types of layers and there are the two types of routes are there. So routes, two types of routes means they are the two types of routes. These all are the very important points for the interview point of time. Okay. So two types of routes. One is called the consolidation route. Consolidation route. The second one is called the delivery route. Consolidation route means the route between development to quality system is called the consolidation. The route between dev to quality in between layer is called the consolidation. The route between delivery to and the production is called the production route is called the quality to production is called the delivery route. There are the two types of routes, delivery consolidation and delivery routes. They are the two types of layers again, layers, right? So there are two types of layers. One is the SAP layer. Then second one is the ZSID layer. If SID is the NWD, then NWD. SAP layer means SAP standard objects will go, will go, will go via this layer. Then ZSID means customization objects where our developers will develop the objects. Those are the customization. Customization objects will go via that layer here. Customization layer. So normally I will take the one example here, right? I will take the one example here. So that is called the better understanding purpose, this layers and groups. Okay. This is the Hyderabad route, right? So this is the destination is called the Vijayawada. Okay. In between, we have the one more layer is called the Kodada. Okay, Kodada here. So this is the here the developments happens here, right? HYD. This is the KDD. This is the Vijayawada. Okay. So here three systems are there. Three cities are there here. So you want to transfer the some data. You want to courier something, some object you need to place from here to here. Then what you need to do? You need to travel, right? Man, before the travel, there is a connection, right? Connectivity should be required, but three cities here, right? So yes, we have the RFC connectivity. When you are doing the configuration, we have the SM59. There is a TMS ADM RFC destinations are there here. TMS ADM, there the RFC destinations are created here. TMS ADM, there are the RFC destinations are created. RFC destinations are created here. These are the connectivity between the each and every system here. Same as like city to city connectivity, there is a national highway, right? national highway connectivity. We have the national highway connectivity. That is called the four lines or 2 lanes. There is a national highway connectivity here, city to city connectivity. So here between Hyderabad to Kodada, in between the layer is called the, so the route is called the consolidation route. Consolidation route. From Kodad to Vijayawada, this is called the delivery route. Why? Because final delivery from Hyderabad to Vijayawada, you have to give it to the here in the Vijayawada. So called the, this is the final, this is called the delivery route. This is the consolidation route. This is called the consolidation route here. This is the consolidation route here. So this is the normally national highway means, so we have the, as per the national highway rules, we have the some rules, right? So low priority vehicles will go via one line, means two-wheelers will go via one line. Layer means line here. Just you can convert into the our own language format. So layer means line, right? So route means road. Route means road here. So Hyderabad to Kodada, in between the road is called the consolidation. Here to here, that is called the delivery route, delivery road. Okay. Layer. Layer means, so whenever when you observe the national highways, they are the rules. Low priority. No priority means small vehicles, two-wheelers, three-wheelers should go in the left side, right? Then uh, heavy load vehicles, unconformed driver, something like that, they have to go in the middle layer. Then one more lane is there. Lane. That is called the layer. One more layer is called the, so high speed crossing vehicles should go to the, so right side. They have to go to the left, right lane. They have to use it, right? Same way here, we have the two types of layers. One is the SAP layer. Second one is the ZSID layer, which means SAP standard objects, SAP standard objects will go via this layer here. SAP standard objects will go via this layer, SAP layer. Customization objects will go. Customization objects will go via this lane here. SAP standard means which is delivered by SAP. Customization means our developers will develop. Those two are different, right? Those two will go via this lane, customization lane here. So that's why we have the two types of layers here, customization and delivery, SAP layer and ZSID layers, right? Two types of lines, two types of roads. So this is called the transport configuration, layers and routes configuration, layers and routes configuration, right? Is it clear? Any questions here? Same way, if you go to the NWD system, so we have STMS. If you go to the STMS transport here, so then here we can see, so transport routes here. So we have the so development, quality, and so the road between, so this is the SAP layer, means here the developers who, if the SAP, then SAP standard objects via, it will go via this layer to in this target, means Kodada in our case. So if it is the customization, means our developers, then it will go via this lane to here in this case here. Both are going to the same system. The both V and two-wheelers, then four-wheelers, all are going to the, so via Kodada only they will go, right? Same way here also via same system. The target is same, but only thing is here, the way of you are going, the lanes are different here. Lanes are different here. So entire this configuration is called the TMS configuration. Entire this configuration is called the TMS configuration here, right? This is the TMS configuration of the TMS here. So when you are doing the configuration, all your configuration will be updated in the USR SAP trans in the bin directory ND4, all the directory will be updated here in ND4 system here. Then buffer, co files, data files, this will come later. So, but all our configuration, TMS configuration will comes under in this picture here. Okay, got it? Any questions, anyone? Any confusion, anyone?
Sir,
This
sorry,
configuration
sir.
is very important here. One
Hello.
time configuration, one time setup will be done this one.
Hello, sir. Sir, actually, while creating DC, there is one user is created.
Hello,
Hello.
are you
Hello.
hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. You are asking something?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, actually, in DC, when మనం డొమైన్ కంట్రోల్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసినప్పుడు బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ లో ఒక యూజర్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుందని చెప్పారు కదా సార్.
అవును.
అండ్ ఆల్సో మనం సిస్టమ్ యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు కూడా ఒక యూజర్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్. అంటే రెండింటికి పాస్వర్డ్ సేమ్ ఇవ్వాలా, డిఫరెంట్ సార్?
While you are creating the domain controller and while adding the system, so you have to give the same name to avoid the confusion of the TMS ADM user. You can give the same name for all the entire your landscape. You can maintain the same name to avoid the user locking and everything. You can give the same name, same user, same password. You can set it out.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Otherwise, what will happen? So tomorrow, if you forget the password, what will happen? Entire configuration will be lost. Again, we have to do the start configuration from starting. Maybe again you need the password of the all the 000 client and users passwords you required. So it's a very critical configuration. So that's why it's a one-time setup. So better to maintain the same passwords and share it to the your team or maintain the one centralized repository to avoid this one. Example, in our landscape, so we have one system, we have the 7 systems in the landscape. 7 systems we have. 1, 2, 3, we have 3, 4 more systems are there. One system password, someone differently maintained because of this reason, entire configuration is inconsistency mode. Again, we have deleted and recreated again. 7 systems means 7 systems passwords. Again, we have recreated everything. So whole day it gone. So that's why. So in the BW landscape, in the current environment. So that's why while giving, clearly you need to set all those things.
యాక్చువల్లీ వన్ సిస్టమ్ పాస్వర్డ్ మనం వన్ సిస్టమ్ది జస్ట్ మీరు చెప్పారు కదా సార్, 7 సిస్టమ్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ అని 6 సిస్టమ్స్ది మనకి పాస్వర్డ్ ఐడియా ఉంది. ఒక సిస్టమ్ది ఐడియా లేనప్పుడు మళ్ళీ అదే డొమైన్ కంట్రోల్లోకి వెళ్ళి యాడ్ చేస్తే అవుతుంది కదా సార్, మళ్ళీ అన్ని
Add
మార్చాలి.
out. Yeah. Again, you have to, while creating the configuration, new user ID means that old will be deleted, new password will be set. That's why when configuring, it is asking the please set the password for. So 2 times we are setting the password, right? So we have to set the passwords, new password. That is the primary main password. Whatever the password you are giving while doing this configuration, that is the main one.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే
సార్ ఎంటైర్ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్ మొత్తం డిఫాల్ట్ యూజర్ ఉండాలి, ఏదైనా యూజర్ ఉండొచ్చు సార్ అది?
No, only TMS ADM user will be created. We should not, non-system also will not take anything. Only one user, default user, that is called the TMS ADM user. Automatically, it will create the TMS ADM. It will not ask the what is the username also. Please set the password for the TMS ADM user. That's it. Only one prompt you will get.
ఓకే సార్, ఇంకో
But
క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే సార్, ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఎంటైర్ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్ మొత్తానికి ఇప్పుడు NWD ND4 ఉన్నాయి కదా,
అవును.
మన షాప్ విండోస్ 1 పెడుతున్నాం మనం, ఎస్ఎస్సి విండోస్ 1. అది 2 ఉంది అంత 1 కూడా యాడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, లేకపోతే అది వేరు ఇది వేరా? ఇప్పుడు ఈసీసీ ఉంది, ఈసీసీ వచ్చేసి ఎస్ఐపి విండోస్ 1 లో ఉంది, NWD వచ్చేసి 2 లో ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు దానికి కనెక్టివిటీ ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చా, లేకపోతే ఓన్లీ 2 ఉన్నదే కనెక్టివిటీ ఇచ్చుకోవాలా?
Can you repeat again? I was not.
ఇప్పుడు ఈసీసీ ఉంది కదా మనది, ఈసీసీ వచ్చేసి ఎస్ఏపి విండోస్ 1 లో ఉంది. ఇది NWD ND4 ఈ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఇవన్నీ షాప్ విండోస్ 2 లో ఉంది.
ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు దానికి ఇది సేమ్, అంటే అది ఇది సేమ్ ఉండాలా, లేకపోతే
అవసరం that should be different hosts, right? Different hosts, different windows. That is fine, but only thing is the configure in the real time. NWD we will create as a one host, ND4 we will create as a one more host, this one we will create the one more operating systems. Either these 3 should be different or same, it's not a bother, but only thing is, so the configuration, whatever you are doing the configuration, it should be the same.
ఓకే. అంటే డిఫరెంట్ హోస్ట్ డిఫరెంట్ ఓఎస్ ఉన్నా కానీ ప్రాబ్లం ఏమీ లేదు.
ఏముండదు. There is no problem.
ఓకే సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Why? Because this trans directory, whatever the trans directory is there, this should be shared across the systems. It will be shared, not only one system. It will be shared to the all the, you have the three systems. These three systems will share the common trans directory. So common trans directory, it will share it. That's why export and import procedure also you require the trans directory, right? Client export import. Why means, so these three systems will share the common trans directory, that is called the USR SAP share trans. Whenever you next step is our creation of the transport request here. This is the next step here. Whenever you are creating the transport request, so automatically TR will be released to the OS level, operating system level, it will release it here. These three systems will share the common trans directory. So common trans directory here. So no problem. So here, so the folders, bin, co files and the data files, we have the folders are there. So whenever you do the transport request release, it will release the data into the here trans directory. Then whenever you importing, this will be imported to the in this system. Then whenever you importing the production, this will be imported to the production system here. So here the trans directory is the main one here. That's why export import procedure also we discussed, right? So like client export import also like a transport. But once the transport configuration is done, then we can do the client export and import also, like that we discussed. So here also, once the transport configuration is important for export and importing the transport request. Export import means is equal to transport only here. Transporting the transport request means you are exporting and importing to the here. You will get more tomorrow, because we are first 3 we completed, then 4, 5 is left, then 6th is our duty. This is our their duty, but configuration is very important. That configuration we have done it now. So what you have to do, I'm going to remove the configuration. Just go to the STMS, okay, STMS. But because you have to practice, right? Just delete the configurations. Done. You have deleted the configuration. Just go to the STMS, delete. You will delete the configuration. Now you are good to create the new configurations again. You can just to perform the practice of the STMS and STMS here. So once you've done the configuration,